have the look of the devil, Townsend. Is that right?
Simply put, Battlefield 1 is my favourite game of 2016 for 3 very good reasons. Single player, multiplayer, and outstanding visuals. Battlefield 1 mixes up the formula of a first-person shooter for recent years, while most FPS shooters these days have gone towards the near and distant future with varying results. Battlefield 1 takes it right back. In fact, it takes it back over 100 years to the First World War. Now, while you won't be modding guns with such attachments as red dot sights or silencers, there is still plenty to keep you entertained. First up is the campaign, which for the first time in recent memory is actually good. It doesn't follow the normal format of most shooters with a mediocre 5 to 6 hour long story. Some games try so hard with set pieces and to get you emotionally involved, however Battlefield 1 achieves this with ease without really doing too much additional to the already awesome story.
Come with me. Here. Look at that, huh? Kid, you lied your way into hell on earth! You just wanted a statue of yourself in your town square!
I think I'm gonna be sick.
The story mode spans across the world and allows you to see the devastation and heartache of the Great War from 4 to 5 very distinct personalities. Some are better than others. I much prefer the battle in Italy to find your brother to the standard support and repair the tank mission from the muddy fields of the Western Front. Graphically, the game is one of the best. A lot of people stated that EA's Battlefront was just a skin for Battlefield 4, and if that's the case, then Battlefield 1 is a skin for Battlefront as it does look visually similar. Now, is that a bad thing? Well, no, not in any way at all. This is one of the greatest looking games on consoles right now, and is a great way to round up the year for both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Now, don't get me wrong, it is also available on PC, however I wasn't able to test it on the PC side of things. However, looking at videos and things online, it does look incredibly good, and once again the visuals are a little bit better on PC than what you are going to get on these consoles. Now, if I did have to rate the campaign, I would give it a very sturdy 9 out of 10. There hasn't been a game this year that keeps me so engrossed in the story and wanting to play more than Battlefield 1. Now, I don't really want to give too much away as I do think the story is definitely worth playing, so at least for the campaign side of things, we're going to leave it there. But now onto the reason why I and most people have picked up Battlefield this year, the multiplayer. Much like the story mode, the multiplayer has given me some of the craziest, down-to-the-wire, insane online games in recent memory. Forget the frantic Twitch shooter style gameplay from Call of Duty, Battlefield 1 makes you think about your next move and also loadout more than any other Battlefield game before it. First up, we have the newest game mode of Operations, which combines the hour-long games and large maps of conquest with the cinematic style and presentation of the single player game. In Operations, you have 2 teams that fight for pure domination across the whole map. The maps are split into sections, and once a team holds or takes a section, it pushes your opponent back. If you and your team fall right back, it's still not the end. It then pushes you onto a new map to continue to conclude the battle, and you can also get additional help from a tank and also some gigantic blimps. Games of Operation can last upwards of an hour, and that's if it's a close match. If it is one-sided, you're going to be looking at around half an hour to 45 minutes, but if you've got 2 teams that are quite evenly matched, these games can go on for a very, very long time, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Now, some people may say that an hour-long game is way too much for multiplayer, as you really just want to sit down and play. But you can still do that with Conquest, but keep in mind that if you play 2 to 3 games of Conquest, you're looking at about the same length of time, so why not take it to a larger Battlefield over 2 maps with 64 players and have an even better time. Now, you still get the normal game modes from Battlefield like Team Deathmatch, Domination and the rest, but for me, Operations is a step in the right direction, and I can't wait to see it in future games like Battlefront 2. The multiplayer maps are also really good, taking you from the desert to a small village in lush green fields. There isn't one that stands out above the rest, and I guess that's a good thing, meaning all maps are equally good. Now, you don't have the destruction of de-evolution like in Battlefield 4 that completely influence a map, but you do get environments that are totally destructible, much like that in Bad Company, also a game by EA and DICE. Hiding behind a wall from a tank? Yeah, I wouldn't really bother. It means that you have to have your wits about you and actually learn the map layouts. The maps also change with environmental effects like a sandstorm in the desert or the green fields turning into mud with a downpour of rain. Overall, the maps and battle modes in this game are great, and I can't wait for some new expansions later on down the line, whether that's for multiplayer or some new story segments for the single player, which is something I didn't think I'd be asking from a Battlefield game. I could also go on for hours about the guns and how they play and feel in both multiplayer and single player, but let's just say you don't need to worry about the lack of gun types or modes. It's all done in a great way that suits the era of World War I. Now guys, this is just a recap of Battlefield 1, so to round this up, I would give Battlefield 1 a 9 out of 10 and also make it straight away my game of the year. If you want a story that keeps you engaged and also multiplayer that has more layers and more diverse than the competition, then you can't beat it. I would definitely recommend going out and buying it straight away, and with Christmas just around the corner, get it for anyone that you know that loves first person shooters. If you guys have Battlefield 1 or have played it and want to let me know what you think, then let me know in the comments section down below. And if you like this format of game reviews and recaps, let me know by hitting that like button. As always, my links to social networks and gaming are down in the description, and for more great content, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the battlefield or in the next video.